house built out of stone, wooden floors, walls and window sills, tables and chairs warmed by all of the dust. This is a place where I don't feel alone. This is a place where I feel at home.
When I'm walking in here and I see all my other coworkers walking in, and you know, we have somewhere between 550 and 600 employees now. Every single person has an impact on someone's life that day. That is really, really important. Everything that every person does is important. And it's pretty moving when you think about it.
The reason why I do what I do, I think being here for 11 years, you'd realize that consistency and getting to know folks, things concerning their marriage, how they are dealing with their parents, they come to you just to get an opinion, a little advice as a friend. And I think it's very helpful, and that's why a whole bunch of us have been able to do this for so long.
I get the opportunity to be an advocate, as we all do as a team, to really be the voice for people who oftentimes are marginalized or who are forgotten by society. And I love the fact as well that it's a team. I know that I can rely on any one of my team members to make sure that my patients get the best care that they can.
There's a general assumption that people come here because they're addicted to heroin. And many people struggle with relationships and codependence and gambling and shopping and drugs and alcohol. And you pound down one thing and it pops up in another place. It's a giant game of whack-a-mole, and we need to teach them how to be financially responsible, because that's the pivot point for all addiction.
I stumbled into this career 20 years ago on accident. I'm a recovering addict myself, but we have this idea that once a person is an addict, that they're never going to change, that change is impossible. They're just always going to be an addict, or they're always going to be a liar or a thief, or all of the things, all of those coping skills that people build during their addiction, and people don't see the possibility of change. Anybody has the possibility to change and rise above the addiction and rise above the old behaviors and become somebody that they were meant to be.
Well, I've learned a lot about Zepf Center over the years and really have grown to love not only the work here but also the clientele that we serve. Over the years, I've been able to watch the agency grow and develop new lines of service delivery and meet new people and new staff.
We laugh here, which is one of my favorite things, because one of my favorite sayings is, if you don't laugh, you cry. That's definitely something that we do here together, is we laugh about hard days, about good days. And I do feel like hard work is recognized at this agency.
So one of the things I noticed about coming to Zepf was the amount of teamwork that we have and the great leadership that we have as well. Regardless of the program and the site that we work at, we're all pitching in together, and I think that with an agency as large as Zepf, that's sometimes hard to come by, but that's what I've really been impressed with since I've started.
We all work together, we all as a team, no matter if it's case managers, if it's clerical, if it's providers, we all work together here, all on the same level and help each other out.
Probably the thing that you could say about my department is that every one of them comes in here every single day, works as hard as they can, and at the end of the day they might be completely exhausted, but they know that they did everything they could to do something to improve the agency, which in turn benefits the patients as well.
I just have a passion for working with kids. Naturally, I am a server, so I just have the passion to want to serve people. I just have a heart of compassion for children. I'm really passionate about working with them to find alternative ways to just be better in life, to achieve their goals, and to live the life that they dream of living. I think every nurse becomes a nurse because they want to help people, but being a nurse at Zepf, knowing every person that walks in that door really needs your help, and sometimes they don't recognize that, and sometimes that's frustrating, but to be here for the long haul and see that those patients that have walked in the door and didn't know they needed help, but yet you were there to help them, and as they grow and evolve, it's amazing. And then you have those patients that have been coming here for years and know that Zepf is something that's been a part of their life, that's helped keep them alive, that's given them the quality of life that they have, and to know that you're a part of that team as a nurse and with the doctors, to know that you played a part in that and you played a role in that. There's no job more gratifying than knowing that you played a part in someone finding value in themselves.
I really can't describe in words what it feels like to see somebody come in hopeless, with absolutely no hope at all in their lives. I get to see their life change in such a dramatic way, and it just doesn't affect them, but it affects everybody around them. They get to heal relationships. They get to not just survive, but they get to start to live in a life. And most importantly, I think they go from having no purpose to having a purpose in life.
Just to watch the transition between our patients that come into the withdrawal management unit and the condition that they come in. You know, they come to see us and they want to withdraw from opiates, and they find themselves struggling, you know, physically. And then as they start to go through our program and start to go through the process, you see that transition, you know, from the first day to, you know, the day that they're discharged. Many times I really don't recognize them. You know, they almost look like a total, you know, different person. So, I mean, they look a lot healthier. So that's really satisfying to me.
The feeling you get out of those sort of interactions, it's overwhelming. I mean, they become part and parcel of you.
There's things that Zepf brings that I can take back into my personal life. From this, I mean, I started out here not knowing any idea what mental illnesses are. I believed in that stigma where if someone was depressed, you know, get over it. You'll have a better day. Or with addiction, it's, oh, you just have self-control. Like, no, like it really opened my eyes of, you know, people and their needs. And that's the other great thing I love working at Zepf, is being able to get into the community and to let them know that we're here, what we stand for, and to not be afraid to come ask for some help.
It makes me feel like I made a difference on most days. Some days are really a struggle, but most days I feel like at least I've helped one person. Always remember to meet the client where they're at. Sometimes we forget because a lot of the problems are similar problems every day, just different people. Sometimes I have to take a minute, breathe a couple times, remember they're not as far in their recovery or with their mental health as the client that I had yesterday with the same issue.
I have clients every day come up in their 60 days, 90 days, and their transformation is just awesome. And for me, I'm ecstatic every time I see that in their eyes, because when they first come in, they didn't think they can make it. They didn't think they can make 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day. And now they're going on 60, 90, and 120 days. And some of their stuff they're getting back. Some of their legal problems has gone away. It's just their whole outlook on life has changed. So for those new people that wants to come to Zepf and they want to start, this is a great place to work. It is fulfilling in every way you can think.
Life is about taking risks and taking chances and having the confidence in yourself to take that leap, much like the way that I did 10 years ago when I, leapt into medicine as a physician. I think as long as you believe in yourself, you have the opportunity and you can create and accomplish those dreams that you want.
Anyone that's battling through any problems that they're having, just that support that Zepf offers is making a difference, and it could possibly save someone's life.
If I want to keep what was freely given to me, I have to be willing to pass it on. And I pass it on to the clients that come in here that are hopeless. And then they get hope, and then they pass it on, and then they pass it on. And that's how our recovery builds, and that's how we stay strong in recovery.
When we are judging others you know, we really need to stop and think, because there's a part of us that needs to heal. The minute we judge someone else, we need to look inside. And I think that stands true not just with mental illness or substance abuse, but really any area of life.
Stop being afraid of a person who's early in recovery and treat them like a person. We need to extend acknowledgement and compliments more than we need to extend criticism to find success over addiction.
In the past year, all of the people that we have touched through our mental health services, through our detox and substance use disorder treatment services, all of the individuals that we help house, and all of those that we've touched through Ohio Means Jobs One Stop, we've been able to create hope for over 28,000 people in the community. And that makes me very proud to say that I work at Zepf Center.
How do you make your word the most valuable thing you own? That's what I try and teach my clients. It's not about not doing drugs. It's about how do you become the person that you are meant to be and not the person you became because of drugs. I have the greatest job in this whole building.